Mookie Betts has officially been traded. The rumors have been swirling all season, and we can already see there's a lot of, shall we say, upset fans or trade analysis saying, hey, the Red Sox got fleeced. They didn't get as much as they should have. And here's some reasons why I personally believe that was the case in this Mookie Betts trade, being, in exchange, the Red Sox did get back Gratterall and Verdugo. The two guys we've already expressed how greatly we think they can help this team in the future. But hey, this is Mookie Betts and, a generational talent type of player who many believe was worth much more in trade value. Here's why they got what they did, though, I think. First off, this man expressed he wanted to go to free agency, and he went to the Dodgers, and he's still expressing he wants to go to free agency. That doesn't mean he won't sign with the Dodgers. That doesn't mean he won't sign with the Red Sox. That just means he wants to go to free agency. He wants to test it out. He wants to see what he can get and what he can make, the options out there available to him. But if you're a team trading for Mookie Betts, you're looking at that and saying, okay, 1-year rental. Whether he wants to play for us or not now, that down the future is very questionable, though, and we can't be giving up top prospects, multiple of them, for a guy we're gonna have rented for 1 year. Granted, it's Mookie Betts, I get it, congrats, but a team, what's better, 1 year of Mookie Betts or 6-7 years of a player that could be not Mookie Betts, but an elite player for your team in the future? And you have to believe that's the way teams are looking at it, because if the Red Sox couldn't get a deal done with Mookie Betts, everybody else had to feel like their chances were slim as well. And all in all, not trying to degrade Mookie Betts at all, but that's something that's gonna kill his trade value significantly there. And now it's apparent too, the Red Sox wanted David Price's contract gone, at least half of it. So you look at that and you say, how many teams can afford that? How many teams can afford to take on that David Price contract? And how many players can afford, obviously, the big hit of Mookie Betts this year, and then have, at the same time, talent to give away for it? That narrows the pool down a lot, not to mention the retaining of the salary, taking on that salary. Say what you will about David Price's, past, is how great of a pitcher he was and how great of a pitcher he could be. It was clear the Red Sox wanted that salary gone. That, again, hurts the value of Mookie Betts. And then finally, we've seen the Red Sox wanted a right now replacement in return. We've seen it with the rumors with the Padres and them getting an outfielder from the Padres back that could have played outfield. We're seeing the same thing here, getting the return out of the Dodgers. So not only did they want to trade Mookie Betts, but they wanted to get a player that can help them win right now as well, in return that they can go and throw out there in the outfield. That's asking a lot. I mean, albeit everyone would love to have Mookie Betts on their roster, the available trading partners, it just wasn't there. When you go down the list, you need a team with a lot of, a big budget. You need a team that's willing to move some sort of prospects. You got to have a team that's willing to move some sort of, roster worthy player. And now granted, maybe all three of those weren't part of the criteria, maybe 2 of 3, but even 2 of 3 knocks out a lot of teams. Because when you're looking at Mookie Betts and saying this guy's a 1-year rental, teams are going to say, okay, it's a rental. How much are we going to pay for this man? If we're renting him, though, we have to believe firmly, paying a lot for Mookie Betts, that we're going to be a playoff team this year. And that narrows, that's going to cut the league in half easily, right? You're going to cut down half the teams in baseball. And out of those 15 teams, how many of those teams are willing to give up an outfielder to get Mookie Betts? It almost feels like a double-edged sword for a team, right? Because you want to get Mookie Betts and you want to bolster up your outfield, but at the same time, you have to give up somebody in that outfield as well, which makes it tough. And the trading partners, I feel like, as much as everybody wanted Mookie Betts, you want to talk about how many options were out there as far as teams that could negotiate for Mookie Betts. The more teams available, the higher the price tag, the asking price can be. And the more teams that have to fold and walk away, the lower the price tag is going to end up being on Mookie Betts. And I think that's the case we've seen here. The farther and farther we got into the offseason, the more and more teams that said we can't afford to cover everything the Red Sox are asking for. And that's the reason they had to, settle for what they did for Mookie Betts.